All right, all right, all right. Welcome one, welcome all to the Jerkmonger Show. I am your host, coming at you live from Tampa, Florida. Uh, I'm the Jerkmonger, and I'm doing a short chill stream here in my backyard. This is actually the. Let me get this right here. Let me get this right over here. Just doing a short stream here in Everborn. What's going on, brother? My thumb's in the way. Dark Admiral March, what's going on? Let me see here. Let me reposition my stuff for our thing here. Let me see if I can set my. Hey, Andrew J, what's going on, brother? Lauren, Lauren VE. All right. Uh-oh, I'm getting a phone call. Hold on. Let me answer my phone. Let me answer my phone. Hello. I have not, but I'm live streaming right now. Can I call you back a little bit? Okay, baby. Bye. All right. I don't get to do that very often. Papa Canessa, what's going on? Soaking in nature, I see. Yeah, yeah. Thriller Art, what's going on? All right, all right, all right. More of Elliot. Yay, says Lawrence B. Woo! Hey, how's the picture look? Is it weird? Phone stream? That was this is my iPad stream, I guess, right? Let me put this here. Let me. All right. Nature. I got a glare on my screen. Do you guys see a glare? You guys see the glare? Finally, says Atomic Rex Marco, I catch you on one of these streams. Right on, right on, right on. Hiroshi Paradox says, hi, Elliot. Right on, right on, right on. I love it. Let me just make sure I'm not going to drop my iPad here. The glare gives it mood lighting. Yeah, yeah. Actually, I'm going to switch around here. I was just over on Dutch Stream. I was enjoying some a little time with him. I haven't had a chance to really stream with him in a bit. Dogmonger, yeah, yeah. Let me see if I can just adjust my seat here so I don't get quite the. Ah, how's that? How's that? How's that? Is that better? Is that better? I don't know. Anyway, guys, welcome one, welcome all to the Jerkmonger Show. I took a break today from my normal walk and talk, so I can kind of just kind of think about some stuff. I got some issues I have to work out with some family stuff, and you know, those birds are crazy. Nice pilgrims. Is it a pilgrim? It's a scarecrow, I think. I don't know. I don't like this. I don't like this setup I have here. I'm closer now. Can you guys hear me okay? Do you know which Marco this is? Haha, I started looking into this comic creator YouTube life since we last talked. Oh, what's going on, man? Nice to talk to you. Right on. Right on, right on. All right, I'm going to push this over here. This is, I don't know. Is this better? I can't. I'm doing a terrible job here streaming today, guys. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm gonna just pick up my iPad. All right, here we go. I gotta lean it on something here because I don't want to hold this the whole time. This is better. This is better. All right. So, will we get to see the hawk? No. Well, do you hear that noise? It's nuts. They're like all over the place over here. Everybody hit that like button. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know how many people are actually watching right now because uh, it's doing a weird thing on my iPad. I can't. I'm not getting a full read on what's going on. But anyway, suffice it to say, let's see, live put it on live chat so I can make sure. Um, Thank you, Everborn. I appreciate that, man. So I am definitely, uh, you know, taking a break. This is almost like a morning muse for me because um, the important. It's about this subject. I don't want to get too specific because it's a little embarrassing for some people, and I don't want to get into that. But it's about having an opportunity to kind of make sure that our heads are on straight. It's like 39 degrees in New York. Oh my gosh, it's 70. It's close to. We're gonna top out at 83 today in Tampa. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Is that a bad thing? I don't know. I keep checking my face, make sure I'm squared in the camera. It does that on iPad too. It never recutely in chats. Like I can't even see the chat right. It's weird. It's weird. And whatever you just said after Brian, I don't understand. But anyway, I'm not jealous. Texas can't choose if it wants to be winter or summer. Hey, Forrest, how are you? I don't think I've ever seen you in my chat before. And if I have, I apologize. But this is, I'm just hanging out in the back patio. It's my wife calls this her happy place. Accurately, gotcha. This is basically just a spot my wife likes to hang out at, and I did my cigar smoking stream on Instagram here once, and I this is a good place to think. You know, I'm not really big on being outdoors too much, other than the walking thing. Her she shed, yeah, it's kind of a she shed. Um, but it's like right now, I've got two people watching and one like, but just a little while ago it said 8 likes. I don't understand. I probably should put on my phone to make sure. But yeah, so definitely taking the opportunity to kind of just sit back and think about life, think about stuff that's going on, and I am the like, says Alfonso. Right on. So hey guys, if you guys don't mind hitting the like button, that'd be great. I'm gonna have to hold it up differently. I like the way it's going. Hector, how are you? How far are you with the fairgrounds of? How far are you from the fairgrounds off of Martin Luther King? Um, but yeah, so life is happening at 1,000 miles a minute, and um, the I'm kind of talking about the importance. I can't get this right. Can I do this? Will this work? I don't know if this is gonna work right now. Anyway, the importance of integrity, I guess. The importance of saying what you mean and meaning what you say, and making sure that you do everything you can possible to encourage the right kind of um, behavior in your own life, if for nothing else, the importance of it being for the sake of opportunities and for the sake of so I'm really big on respect. I'm really big on respect. I'm really big on doing what you need to do, um, presenting yourself in such a way where it's not just about respect, but that people will learn to trust you, and people will learn to believe in you, and um, why that's such a rare thing today. I'm paying attention to the news these days. I'm listening to what's going on with our president and the hearings and all that good stuff. I'm not really big on heavy on politics anymore, but what I am concerned about personal politics, like how I relate to people and how people relate to me, and the importance of having a sharp mind on how your behavior affects the world around you and the people you interact with, and it could even flow into your business, right? um, and why it's important to just be upfront and honest about things, in general. um, and then putting yourself in a situation where you can be position yourself for success. Hey, Mike D'Souza, how are you? Welcome to the chat. Again, how many people are actually watching? My thing says 2 people. Is that true? Is it only 2 of us? And that's fine. I don't want to. I'm not a prima donna necessarily. Or maybe I am. I don't know. But I'm gonna switch over to. Oh, shut up, dog. I just want to make sure that I'm talking to you guys. 23. Oh man. Yes, it only says 2. Shut your mouth. Hold on, my channel. All right. That pictures of my real dog. Bork says it curb. um, but yeah, it's really important that we are careful about how we communicate and what we're communicating, and the messages that we're sending out to people, right? Um, Caesar says, "You're gonna eat that dog or save it for later." You can come get it. Shoner, how you doing? For example, if you are MAGA, people will then come after your company. Um, Maybe that's I don't know that kind of stuff. I I think you should be forthcoming about yourself in terms of your ideas, but sometimes those ideas don't need to be here in front of everybody necessarily. The Thriller R says, "Tell your dog to keep his politics to himself." Yeah, keep your politics to yourself, Pooch. I see you. He just gave me a Hawaiian stink eye. This dog, and then and he's doing it while he's eating my sock. You know, it's not even cool. Anyway, no, the main things I'm talking about is just the importance of. I want to make everything fall. Just the importance of keeping your nose clean and being willing to participate in this society in such a way where you can be honest about who you are and about what you're trying to do, and not trying to not allowing yourself to be put into a position where you compromise yourself, and because your integrity is important, you know. Stinky sock, stinky eye. Yeah, yeah. Verisimilitude, how you doing? Welcome to my chat. Um, I don't know how many people are on here now, so it says 25, I think, on my phone. Um, anyway, I'm being vague, like I said, because the situation that's come up in my family, my life, just highlights the importance of that, and being careful to take care of your brand. Maybe that's what I should be talking about, is the importance of your brand. And what is your brand? What am I what am I selling? What am I trying to be? You know, who am I? And you know, and what are some of those things that you want to portray that will have long-term effects? I guess MAGA could be a thing, I guess, in that regard. But I don't know that that's the thing I'm discussing. I'm thinking more about go, core human behavior, core things, stealing, um, lying, you know, those things that put us in situations that can hurt our business, hurt not just our business, but the way that we can relate to other people. Okay, I keep saying the same thing over here. Let me rephrase this. There used to be a phrase that we used to use. You hear a lot in hip hop, in old hip hop. Your word is bond. Your word is bond, and your word is your bond. You want people to come to you because you are who you say you are. You want people to come to you because you are uh, someone they can trust. When you breach that trust, it does more than damage your business. It damages your soul. I think you can really put yourself in a spot where it's not about the dollars anymore. It's about being able to live with yourself, you know. And I've had those kinds of things in my life where I've done some stupid stuff, and I've done um, I've made I've made very foolish choices and decisions in my life that affected more than just me. And the thing that's crazy is that sometimes you think it only affects you. You can be you can lie to yourself and say, oh, this is only going to affect me. This is um, I could always cover this up, and then it becomes this thing where you're covering one lie up with another lie, or you're trying to manufacture a persona. You know, I've never been good at that. Some people are really good at it. Some people come online and I like to think that what you see is what you get when you're dealing with me. I like to think that. The reason why I'm saying it like that is because I Andrew says I did yell Trump and everyone applauded. um, you know, your brand is something that you have to protect. And I like when people say protect it with fire. Like I love that idea. Like I'll do everything to protect my brand. I worked really really hard in my life, a bunch of reasons. I'm anymore I'm a white male. Hey Brian Hawkins, how are you? But I'm Puerto Rican. I come from a Puerto Rican family. I come from New York City. I grew up in the Bronx, and I got to be honest with you guys. The the perception of who I am, is tainted by the culture, tainted by social media. Not even social media. Boricua, what's up, Atomic? I appreciate that, man. Tainted by years of misunderstandings, racism, um, you know, and let's face it, sometimes people in my particular group haven't represented us well, and I'm talking about being honest in your representation. First Similitude says your brand should never dip below being honest and honorable. When people get petty, the veneer of professionalism is gone and reputation is ruined. Your brand tarnished. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Hi Zach, how are you? So I guess that's the reason why I've made some choices lately. Um, you know, trying to push myself to be as excellent as possible because it's important to me. I never wanted to be treated differently because I was part of a minority. I never wanted to be treated differently because of a particular political position I have, whether poor or good. I don't want. I definitely don't want the negative. I don't want people to think negatively about me, to where it damages my ability to communicate to them. See, for me, the importance is the the important thing for me is I want the opportunity to be invited back in your world, not just in your home, but in your world and in your life. And if we if we damage our ability to communicate to the point, if we damage our brand, it could affect my ability to speak into your life. Like right now, I've got 30 people watching right now, according to my phone. And Shoner says, I just aim for quality no matter what I work on. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let me see. Everborn says, in a way, I think we're all inexorably connected. Everything we do affects the people, hence the world around us. Yeah. So I want to be able to come back onto your screen, into your world, into your life, and I want to come into your space with a message of hope and kindness and goodness. Um, Dark Admiral says, "I feel you've always been above board, Elliot. Not always, not always. I haven't always been above board, but I know that I'm going to work hard to fix the problem. One of my favorite things. All right, so here's another picture of it. So I remember when I was first trying to get into comics. I want to use this. I hate using. I feel like sometimes comics is a boring thing, but anyway. But it's kind of why we're all here, right? Because I draw stuff, and you guys are either fans of my work or curious about who I am as a creator or whatever. Um, Hope is the number one message we need, not just in modern storytelling, but in culture. Yeah, my man, I appreciate that. You know, what I'm trying to get at is, I remember I was going to MegaCon. It was MegaCon's in Orlando. It was a convention in Orlando. It doesn't matter what convention. It was at a convention, and I was showing my artwork to an editor. This is years and years and years ago. Hiroshi says, I appreciate you. You try to be positive and kind and thoughtful and genuine in all your videos. Thank you, Hiroshi. So I remember showing my work. I was in a long line, and you could the hope and the anticipation was palpable. Like people were like so when you get the opportunity, especially at the time when comic books were at their height, like in terms of popularity and stuff, there were people that were like, "Man, I really want to get this gig. I really want to impress this editor." It's kind of like that show, um, American Idol. Everyone's just there. They think that they're the next big thing. They're hopeful. They're excited to be the next to have that opportunity because opportunities don't come very often. Maybe that's part of my message here. You won't always have another chance. You won't always have a chance to show what you're made of, to prove to others that you are here and that you deserve a place at the table, if you will. So I'm on this line. I'm talking to this editor. I wasn't really trying to get the job as much as I was trying to understand. And I think that was the difference between me and the other guys, the other people, the other artists in line. You only get this one time with this one editor. What's going to be what is your lasting impression? What's going to be the thing? That's why I feel like, I don't know what's going to happen. Tomorrow, today, in the next 5 minutes, I can keel over and pass away. And even though it won't matter to me anymore, I'm assuming once I move on from this plane, probably won't matter to me anymore. Shut up. Hey, hey, you with the bark. Yo, I'm talking to you. Hey, you, go back to sleep. Anyway, you don't know what's going to happen, right? So, what is the last thing I'm leaving with you guys? I care enough now that I want the last thing I say to be meaningful to you guys. For some people, it's just a business. YouTube is just one long running commercial, and it is for me too. Obviously, I'm presenting myself to you guys and on a regular basis. I'm not doing that just for fun. Um, I'm doing it so hopefully you guys will capture something I do, enjoy something I work on, and you'll want to buy that thing or whatever it is. But but I'm also concerned about other things because I have a specific religious belief. I am a Christian, and I really think that the words that we use today will ring on into eternity. Um, I want my life, with all the damage that I've done, to still be meaningful, to still be useful, to still be hopefully a beacon of some sort, a signpost that will direct you to something bigger, to something greater, to something better than me. I tell my kids all the time, and this might be a cop out, but I tell them, whatever you do in your life, just be better than me. Just be better than me. And so, I guess what I'm saying is, if 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 you don't manage your brand is who you are. Your brand is what you show to the rest of the world. If you don't put that kind of energy into that, and you just let that slip, it would be better for you to never show up on YouTube at all than to show up on YouTube presenting something that leaves an eternal. I believe it's an eternal impression. And how because I want bigger things for all of you. I want bigger things for me. I want bigger things for my kids. I want bigger things for the circle of influence. I care about my friends. I care about the people that hear me, that listen to my words. I care about that. Maybe one day, news will come out that you'll learn more about me than you wish you never had, and maybe that would be a bad thing. But I hope that this this deposit I'm making into your life, this deposit of information and knowledge and hopefully wisdom, will 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 show you that I'm not a perfect man, but I'm striving for excellence. I wasn't. I may not be all that you think I am, but at least I worked to make the world around me better, or leave it in better place than than when I came here. When I leave, I want to be better for me being here. All right. So back to my story. So I'm on this line, and and this can be done from a place of ignorance too, of novice. You don't have to be a master or guru. You could do this just from the place where you are. If you're trying to do something, you're seeking some wisdom from from a teacher or something, you could even impact them. So I'm on this line. I'm showing my work to this guy. I wasn't even like half the artist I am today. I'm maybe I'm being too bold, but I think I'm pretty good. I've worked on it. I should be good. I put a lot of time into this. So I got more than 10,000 hours logged. All right. So um so now here I am with this one opportunity with this guy I'm probably never going to see again, and he's a big editor at DC at the time. And I'm like, what can I get from this? If the last thing I say was, man, you're an idiot, man, this guy was dumb, he didn't know what he was looking at, yeah, some people can say that, and you've heard stories about people. I mean, like, look at the guys that created Superman. They showed it to Will Eisner. He was an editor at the time, and Will Eisner saw their work and didn't care for it. But the truth be told, it wasn't fantastic. The original Superman stuff was okay, but they were persistent, and they were at least excellent in their own behavior, and that can sometimes win people over. Sometimes if you're not ready for the job technically, you have the right heart for the job, and you want that to be the last impression, which can really open up a lot of doors. Um, so anyway, I showed this work to this editor. He looked at my stuff. He starts to critique it. He starts telling me what's wrong with it. And then I asked the question, and this is the important question. This is the question that I expect to hear from anyone that I would ever hire. Years later, I'd become a creative director and an art director. And when I'm in charge of hiring people, I look for this sort of mentality. I look for this kind of heart. And not because I thought it, because I've seen this in other people who are great. And they say the same. They say something very similar. What can I do to make it better? And every time you critique it, I ask, okay, well, what can I do to make it better? What could be better about that? The guy was so impressed with my humility. Oh, that's not sound weird. I'm talking about my humility. I should have framed this as somebody else's story. But anyway, he was so impressed that I wasn't a prima donna. He was so impressed that I wasn't trying to be awesome, that he gave me his personal information. He says, you're not ready yet, but I think you can be, and you got the right attitude. The attitude that we need. Now, this is at a time where comics were looking for quality people. Not like today. Today's not, the mainstream comic book industry is not quite there. We've got a lot of great talented people in the mainstream, but it seems like we're not looking for those new guys anymore. We're kind of pushing past that. Some people are. Some people are. I think some people still hold on to that. But anyway, he gave me his personal information, gave me some information that from someone that was living here at the time. Said, reach out to this person, get them to coach you, and get better. I never reached out to the guy again because not too long afterward, he ended up shifting. He wasn't even the editor there at the time. The guy that I went to talk to shifted, and um, he wasn't, the company he was working at didn't exist shortly after. But I always remember that story because it gave me the understanding, it proved something. It proved that you don't have to be great to be great in here. You don't have to be a great artist to be a great me. And if I continue to work on being great me, an excellent me, it will show through my work. It will show through my work ethic, which isn't always great. Sometimes I don't feel like doing stuff. And the guilt on my shoulders for that is just part of that excellence. I don't want to let anybody down. I want to create a good product because it's more than just my voice now. Now it's my work, and you guys get to see that part of me. So, anyway, your brand is important. You got to protect it, even from a place of lower experience. You can still be someone that people want to work with. I run into people all the time when I meet a star. It's not always a clown. Some people will think that, oh, this guy's going to be a star because he's a clown or she's a clown. Sometimes they're stars because they're just star performers. They're going to be great, and you want to capture that now rather than later. And if we're too busy covering up and hiding, and you could really damage yourself because you'll put more energy into doing that than actually doing the work. You put more energy into presenting a false you than being the real you and letting that real you come through your work. I would rather, this is why I tell you guys, I would rather you not buy my book if you don't like my work than to just support it with an expectation of false excellence I can't achieve. Um, or buy the book and then be honest with me and tell me what's wrong with it so I can fix it. And but if you don't have that kind of thing in your heart, that's not the kernel of your being. That's not the core of who you really are. And the only thing you work on is presenting a false version of yourself. Chances are you're not going to last that long. Chances are you're going to get found out. And it's going to be very embarrassing. And you're going to wish that you spent more time working on the real you, being the better you, than ruining those opportunities that only come once in a while or in a lifetime. So what am I saying? I'm talking a lot of gibberish here, I guess. I'm saying that that you only get one shot sometimes, and you want that shot to count. You only get one interaction sometimes, and you want that interaction to be super positive, helpful to you, to your future opportunities to share more of what you want to say. If you're a creative person and you want to tell good stories, maybe because you have a message you want to convey. It's like, we talk a lot about here on YouTube. I'll often discuss the poor quality is not just the poor quality in the art, it's the poor quality in the writing. A lot of it's because some people, they're not giving you, they're projecting a message, all right, but it's not the message that's good for you. It's good for them, it's good for other reasons, and a lot of people do that. But I really think that the foundation of my success, whatever success I've had in my life, and I gotta be honest with you guys, I haven't done a lot of comics, but I've done a little bit of everything. I've done comics, I've worked for DC, I've done comics for Dynamite, I've done comics for Archie, I've done comics, I've done some work for Marvel. It wasn't comic, but it was comic related. I've done some storyboarding for animation, which is a passion of mine. I've designed toys. I've designed creatures for film. I've worked on movies. I have an IMDb. This chubby Puerto Rican guy spent 20 years working at a t-shirt company. I have an IMDb. I've done things that I only just wondered how it would be. It's not all been what I thought it was cracked up to be, but I did it. And I did it. I got into those opportunities because I always put my best foot forward, because I'm always concerned about what that lasting impression is going to be. And thank God that many of those impressions were positive. So before you make that choice to do something that's, if you get that little check in your heart and your spirit that says, this might not work out so good, be careful. Be careful. Your word is your bond. I don't care where this culture ends up. I don't care if we end up in a gigantic communist concentration camp. People will always gravitate to the people that they think they can trust. That's a big responsibility. It's gigantic. You could change the world for some people. And if you're not careful, you can ruin yours. That's it. That's my morning muse. That's that's important. You know, we're so flippant about it these days. I see it all over the place. And maybe this is not very profitable, you know? That's between you and your maker, man. That's between you and the people you've been put on this planet for. Um, you know, I have a lot to catch up on. I got things I promised some people some stuff I gotta take care of. I gotta do that. It's important. It's not important just because I get paid for it. It's not important just it's because I guess I get another notch in my belt. It's important because who knows who you're gonna see again? Who knows? And the person that you lied to, the person that you insulted, the person that you um, crushed, they may be your boss one day. They may be someone you need to get some food for your family. Don't waste that opportunity. Don't waste it. We can't all be. We're not all super rock stars. We're not all. So for some of us, this is everything. Right here, right now. This conversation. This might be the last thing you hear from me. I pray it's not. I'm not. I'm not planning on going anywhere. But you know, I want you guys to position yourselves for the optimal level of success, creativity. I believe in my audience right now. I have there might be the next president. There might be the next, I don't know, leader in your community. I hope that I can add to your fire for what you're passionate about. I hope that things like this will inspire you to be better. Be better than me. Be better than me. It's not that hard. I haven't been great, but but better yet, be better than what you were yesterday. Make improvements. Some of you guys hate your job. Do the best you can at your job, man. Do the best you can. I've wasted years and energy and opportunities trying to hide from doing my work, and that didn't help. It put me in a position I should have been further along than I am now, and it's because I made some dumb choices, and some of those choices did affect other people because so an old mentor of mine used to say this all the time: how you do one thing is how you do everything. Try to do one thing great every day, one thing better every day. And yeah, let me read some of your comments. All right, we got let's see. Let's see. Last one I read. Arthur Brown says, your brand is strong and we see the integrity. What's happened to you is your conscience has become your loudest voice. Unfortunately, a good conscience will harp on your past if you don't forgive yourself. That's true. That's true. And then it ceases to be a good conscience. It becomes like a condemnation. I'm not. This is not about. I'm not interested in condemnation. I believe if you've made some mistakes, you got to move on. But move on. Turn condemnation into conviction. Let condemnation become conviction, and give yourself a like. Don't do it because out of guilt. Do it because now you're driven to make it right. That's important. Everborn Saga says, in all the times we've met at conventions, you are one of the most genuine creators I've had the opportunity to interact with. Thank you, Everborn. I appreciate that. Thank you. Muttman, I think the only messages that have long-lasting effects are the ones that reflect God's word. Well, that's true. That's true. Well, yeah, that's the thing. Only I don't know. That's the secret sauce for those of you who are interested. For those of you who are not interested, the best people, even if you're atheist, your things that matter. Oops. Things that matter are actually reflections of things that are more eternal than you might think. Um, Everyone says, I've always interpreted the number one rule of Christianity as don't be an asshole. Sure, don't be that. Don't be that guy. Don't be me. That was me in many occasions. Um, Arthur says, everyone, whether or not you're a Christian, this is a very hard thing not to be. Yes, jerkmonger. It's the reason why I call myself that. Muttman says, the reason I keep watching your videos is because you seem genuine. Well, I only seem it, right? Hopefully I live up to that. Hikaru says, oh no, now the crazies are going to flip out that you said, don't buy my book. You know what I mean. Muttman, I really appreciate when creative people expose their struggles because so many of us deal with similar things. Right on. Matt V. How you doing, Matt? The chillmonger. I'm chilling today. I got lots to think about. DJ2K says, sup? This is heavy stuff. Good advice. I hope so, DJ. Thanks for coming in, man. Hikaru says, deep monger. Arthur Brown says, Agents of Smash. My 4-year-old always asks if I'm listening to the Hulkmonger because I told him Jerkmonger worked on Agents of Smash. Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Matt V says, not much honor these days, personal, self-honor, and the honor that one gives to others. Yeah, that's important, Matt. Be nice to those you meet on the way up because you will meet them on the way down, says Wilson Misner from Matt V. Thank you. Arthur Brown says, when I was 17, my dad and I were arguing and we left it there. That night he went to work, got into a car accident and passed. I always wondered if his final thoughts of me was how much of a jerk I was. I'm sure it wasn't, man. I'm sure it wasn't. Thank you for sharing that, man. Atomic Rex Marco says, I know people are saying this is a deep stream, and I'm like from our convos, this is the Elliot I know. Right on. Thank you, man. Matt V, Arthur Brown, the Uncanny Kodiak. Wow, bro. No, he was hoping that he would be okay without him. Blessings to you and yours. Yeah. Doom Kicker. What? Everborn says Kant says act as if your will is law, which, as I see it, means we should keep the same rules for ourselves that we'd want the rest of the world to live by. Yeah, there's a passage in the Bible I learned when I was a kid, Matthew 7:12. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Yeah, good stuff, man. Well, I don't mean to be a downer, man. I really want this to be kind of, from time to time, I want to share these type of things with you guys. I want to share my thoughts and my heart with you guys. It maybe it gives you a little bit more insight as to why I do what I do, why I've chosen the things I've chosen. Some of it is because I want to keep me intact, and so being better, it takes work, because my base desire sometimes is to do the opposite. I want to be this kind of guy, and I've been very fortunate in my life that I've had some great mentors and great teachers, great friends that have put up that mirror against me and say, this is who you really have been acting like. If you want to be better, you're gonna have to make these changes. So don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid of taking constructive criticism, even if it has to do with and sometimes it's gonna come from people you think that you shouldn't be getting criticism from. Sometimes you're gonna hear something from someone that you're like, man, who the hell does he think he is? Be careful with that. Be careful with that. Always take any criticism and be like, does it work? Sometimes haters gonna hate. That's a real thing. But other times, there's an opportunity there to take some impression that you've left and say, can I make that work? Because again, I don't know if I'll have the opportunity to talk to you guys again. I want to make sure that, and it's not because like I said, I'm not afraid necessarily. I am. I guess I am. I don't want to air my dirty laundry in front of everybody, but at the same time, you guys gotta know if what I'm saying is true, if what I'm saying is sincere, that I want you guys to be able to come back and say, you know, man, Ellie was, you know, he wasn't perfect, but he tried. And excellence is achievable. Perfection is not achievable. Excellence is achievable. Thriller Art says, Monger, you're one of the good ones, man. I appreciate that. I really appreciate the stream. God bless you and yours. Take care. All right. Well, I won't hold you guys up anymore. I know you guys got things to do. Time to take advantage of. Mountains to conquer. So I'm gonna let you guys do that. Don't forget to. Apparently, Doug is working on his book. I haven't had a lot of communication with him lately, like a lot of chats. So I wasn't sure if he was actually campaigning. I understand that he's not campaigning right now. He's just working on the book for next year's campaign. Go check him out on his channel. 2 o'clock is going to be talking to Brian Polito. I'm excited about that. I want to listen in on that conversation to learn some stuff. Don't forget to check out Gunship Thunder Punch on Indiegogo by Brian Shearer. Super important. Please support him. If this video resonates and carries us anywhere, tell people about Gunship Thunder Punch. Brian needs your help. I need your help on Doom Kicker. If you are interested, or if you know someone that might be interested, I'm going to be showing more of my work very soon. Hopefully it'll get people excited. I can only do what I can do. But support it if you guys can. Also, check out Mike S. Miller's books for Lone Star, Heart of the Hero. I think he says he's going to close that out later this month. For the first one, the reprint with my cover. So, guys, what's up? Hook it up. Also, check out Soul the Soldier. Check out Brand. Brand, I think, is wrapping up very soon. So if you haven't gotten behind Brand, go show them some love. Antonio Bryce and Kanan White. What else? RT Bears, Chrono Mechanics. This is all off the dome. I don't remember everybody's stuff. If you guys have better projects, check out Brick-a-Brack. I think he's already wrapped up, but you know, show him some love. Those of you who supported the project, look into it. Mitch Brightweiser and Elizabeth Brightweiser, Kelsey Shannon over on all things Allegiance. Is that right? Allegiance? Is it Allegiance or Allegiance? I think it's Allegiance. Check that out. So Brick-a-Brack is still going, Matt says. Give us some support. Yes. Flying Fortress closes tomorrow. All right. Flying Fortress, huh? Wow. That's Eric Weathers. Garbage Man, that's right, Raul. Thank you for that. Garbage Man is still kicking. Just started recently, so go. He needs some love. Go show Mr. Lopresti some love. Who else can we talk about? I can only vet the ones that I know about. So I don't know very many, but Brick-a-Brack looks good. Garbage Man looks good. Flying Fortress. Come on. That's all I could think of right now. That's alive and kicking. Death Sworn is beautiful looking. Death Sworn's that one from the guys from the UK, right? Is it UK or it's the one with like a barbarian guy in space? I like that look. I haven't read it, but it looks cool. For sure. Check out Everborn. That's it. Check out Everborn. Don't forget to check out that. Also, check out Dungeon Class, which is over Carl Row. That's Old Row. Yeah. Ireland. That's it. Ireland. Thank you, man. Everborn. Check out Everborn, the comic, and there's a game to go with that. Return of the Warrior next week. Oh, that's interesting. Matthew Weldon. Yeah, whatever he's working on. I don't know what he's working on. I haven't talked to Matt in a while. I know that his recent issue of Punchline came out, so if you guys go to a local comic shop, go ask about Punchline. That helps those guys out too. Yeah. That's it. That's all I got for you guys. I hope you guys stay healthy and wise. God bless you all. We will talk all very soon. Let me cancel this out. I can't do this iPad. Again. Whoa. Atomic Rex Marco says, gonna have to pick your brain about this YouTube stuff. I'm very interested in jumping into the space. Randall told me he saw you at Spooky Empire. Oh, yes, he did. Hope that went well for you. Went good. Good as it could be. All right, guys. Adios. Peace out. Rock out. Jump back. Smack somebody, mama. But don't hurt yourselves. Later.